the author of laying the foundation for local reparations. Take it away, Kamm.
Thank you, Sister Thank my host city, Evanston, Illinois, Representative of Bobby Burns, and of course the mayor. And thank Robin for allowing me to have a front seat in her immaculate life. It's very important. Thank Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee for your tremendous leadership. You inspire me to get up and work hard every day on the issue of reparations. Thank you. There's three words that I want to talk about. Those three words are mission, mandate, and method. Somebody say mission. Somebody say mandate. And somebody say method. We heard about the mission today, and that mission is clear. We only have one mission. And that mission is to get a reparations commission passed in the federal government through executive order by the President of the United States. That is the mission. Everything that we do on the federal level has to be toward that mission. No matter what religious background we have, no matter what social background, whether we're nationalists or integrationists or whatever political ideology we hold, that is the number one mission for the movement right now. And we have to be clear on that. The second word was mandate. There's a lot of confusion about what actually H.R. 40 is designed to do. Some people say it's a weak bill. Some people say it's just a study bill because they don't understand the mandate. The mandate of this bill is to create a commission that is to study the crimes committed against people of Africans and people of African descent during the period of enslavement, and to study and determine the impact of those crimes on current living Black Americans. The mandate of that bill is to create a commission to study the crimes of Jim Crow segregation, many that we've heard about today, and to determine what continued impact those crimes have on current living Black folks today. Some of us are living, I was born in 61, and Jim Crow officially ended in 65. And there's others who were born before me, but even those who were born after 1965, what is the impact of those crimes on current living Black folk today? That's the mandate. The third mandate of the commission is to study the crimes committed in this neo-apartheid period that we live in and determine the full impact of those crimes on us today. That is the mandate. What were the crimes? How were we impacted by those? And then develop proposals to address each of those areas of crime. That means that the bill is designed shortly to create a master plan of redress for Black America. Yes. Let me say that again. Clearly, it is to create a master plan of redress for Black America. All of the injuries that we can determine from enslavement, from Jim Crow apartheid, from neo-apartheid. I talked a little bit earlier about the $200 billion that was robbed from my community from 2005 to 2007 to 2012, 5-year period. $200 billion, over 60% of Black wealth was snatched out of our community. That wasn't in 1865, that wasn't in 1929, that was in 2007 to 2012, less than 20 years ago. And we're suffering, our communities are suffering from that extraction of wealth. Yeah. What is the master plan to address all of this crimes and all of this continued injury? That is what this commission is designed to do. So now we know the mission is to get an executive order passed, the commission passed, and put into law through executive order. We know the mandate of this particular bill, which is to create a master plan of redress for Black America. What is the method that we must use to get to that, to achieve this mission? Well, that method is unity. There's 3 areas of contention in the reparations movement right now that we have to get past. One is around eligibility. Well, the commission is designed to determine who's going to be eligible based on, Dr. Cheryl, the injuries that have been suffered, that we suffer from. The remedy, the proposals to address the remedy is going to automatically determine who's eligible. You can't put eligibility before you develop a proposal, right? So we shouldn't even be having that conversation about eligibility right now. We can have it after the commission is formed, but we have to be stay on what? On the mission. We have to be clear on the mission. We can deal with eligibility after the commission is formed because that's where we determine the redress, not before. The second area of contention in the movement today is around forms. What forms should reparation take? Some people say it should only address the racial wealth gap. And we talked about, and all of us that have been here speaking in these last few days have been talking about the myriad forms of injury that we experience in our communities. And again, the mandate of the commission is to look at all of the injuries and create a number of forms of redress. And again, that argument or that contention we should take up after the commission is formed. Right now, we focus on the mission, and that's to get the executive order passed. We can deal with forms. The form that I would like is repatriation. I want some money to go back to the continent. And I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to organize for that. But after the commission, I'm not going to start talking about it right now because it makes no sense. What I'm going to do now, what I encourage all of us to do, is stay on mission. Do not waver from the mission. And that's to get this bill. That's what our fearless leader is telling us what to do, and is leading us down that line is to accomplish this mission. The third area of contention, and I'm going to conclude here, the third area of contention in the movement right now is around identity. The bill is entitled, "The Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposals for African Americans Act." It don't matter if you call yourself a freedman, it doesn't matter if you call yourself a Pan-African, it don't matter if you call yourself a descendant of slaves, it don't matter if you call yourself a deist, descendant of African slaves in America, you are in that 50 million African Americans that this act is designed to create and prepare for. There's no reason for us to be having this discussion around identity at this particular time because it distracts us from the mission. Our goal is to stay on mission, and we can win with the leadership of Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Thank you.